Stephen, what is the extent of injuries in premature babies that survive? Obviously, you guys have hundreds of these cases. And again, we're the first law firm to find out about these cases. What is the extent of the injuries for babies that survive? And what do these parents have to do day in and day out to make sure that they're taking care of these children?
Yeah, there's been, we've seen so many different issues that have occurred as a result of the children being fed the formula and then getting the necrotizing enterocolitis. So unfortunately, as we mentioned, about a third of the ones that we talked to, they passed away. And about a third of them are going to get surgery where they actually remove the bowel. And so many of these children have a significant amount of their bowel removed, which affects them for the rest of their lives. They're not going to be able to absorb the nutrients that they need. So many of them are restricted in their growth. They also have short gut syndrome. And then a few of these children, unfortunately, get cerebral palsy. So what happens, what we've seen is these children have normal brain scans after they're born. They don't have a bleed, and their brain should be fine, and they should be able to live a normal, healthy life. Unfortunately, they get this necrotizing enterocolitis, which the baby usually then gets septic, puts an unbelievable amount of strain on the brain, and they get brain bleeds and cerebral palsy. Or we've had cases where the child becomes septic and codes. They have to resuscitate the baby, and then the baby has an anoxic brain injury from not getting oxygen. So these children have just catastrophic lifelong injuries, and those Jose and I really spend a lot of time on those particular cases, because these parents, what they do for their children it's just incredible. I mean, it's 24/7 care. These children can't walk, they can't talk. The parents are just incredibly loving people, and they send us pictures of their children, and the children are happy. They're smiling, and although they can't talk, they express themselves. And in many ways, it's truly a beautiful story. And we have some incredible paralegals that work here, just incredibly empathetic women that talk to these moms constantly. And I know you've talked to them also, Maureen, and they're a big fan of yours too. But there's a lot of love here in the office going out to these parents that have these lifelong struggles. Yeah. So that's pretty much, we run the gamut from death to the very least. The very few lucky ones what they'll do is they'll get the necrotizing enterocolitis. They'll immediately stop feeding. They call it bowel rest. And if they can catch it quick enough, those babies may not need surgery. So we call that medical NEC. So we've got death, we've got surgery, and then medical NEC. So that's the spectrum.